Hello and welcome, folks, to another exciting edition of the Michigan Panthers podcast. One more of those for the people, and you'd best watch out because
you're in the jungle now, baby.
I am, as always, your host, FBI Tugboat.
You ever made out with a tugboat?
And I know what you are thinking. Yes, I can read minds. And what you're thinking is, who is this off-brand Kmart Dr. Disrespect-looking mother who is an FBI Tugboat spot? Well, I'll say two things. First off, that's an aggressive and unnecessary characterization of myself, and I don't really appreciate that. Second, big news. Not really. I got phlegmatic or something like that. Migraines. Yes, I was casting the other day, as I do in my job as a play-by-play broadcaster, and the studio lights. Yes, the studio lights that were up, were getting in my eyes, gave me a massive migraine, tunnel vision, the whole 9 yards. Talked to the doctor. Got to wear these things. Yay! Got to wear these things from now on. Getting old sucks. Let's hop on into it. I know. It is, June 21st, Friday, June 21st. And yes, this is almost a full week afterwards. Well, I'll tell you, I was taking a trip with my girl for our vacation, or for our anniversary. I was moving. There was other things going on in my life, and I'm sorry that this is a week late. I am not sour grapesing over here because we lost. Yes, we lost. The Michigan Panthers drop against the DC Defenders in the UFL Championship. Year 2 was 58-34. Hate to see it. I'll talk a little bit about it before we watch a few highlights, but I'll tell you, and these are not excuses, they're explanations, right? They are not, oh, well, if XYZ had happened differently or if the opposite had happened, we would have won. No, these are explanations, first off. Both teams, really, but obviously ours ways worse. Just defense was deemed illegal before this game started. I mean, 58-34, that should tell you everything that you need to know right there. 92 total points for our gamblers out there. The over-under was set at 43. No. I think it got up to like 53.5, actually. I think it started at 50.5, and it got all the way up to 53.5 before, and there was like 51, 49, something like that points at halftime. Obviously, 92 points total, absolutely insane. Defense deemed illegal, and I'll say Jordan Ta'amu was on absolute fire this game. Not going to take anything away. We'll hop into the stats in just a bit. Just absolutely brutal. Perkins also was not 100%. Again, not an excuse, saying that if he was 100%, we would win. No, I'm saying an explanation of why we lost it, I mean, Perkins being Perkins is the reason why we put up 34 points, right? Anybody else in there, where we might have looked at like 15 or something like that. We're not going to watch this entire video, but let's hop through a couple of highlights so we can kind of see how it happened. This is how it started out.
2nd and 7.
We marched down the field a little bit. Oh, no! Big hole.
Touchdown, Panthers! Starts with the block here on the outside by Gunnar O. Gets the reception. Toa, who had such an exceptional second half last week to help win that conference championship game and earn this spot in the championship game. Wide open. Free real estate. Free as rain coming on down from the sky.
Mother of God.
Unfortunately,
this is what I'm talking about. You
was released.
This is also
first.
Thanks so much, Bryce.
The ball came out.
At the end of that play, the ball came loose.
More than 3 yards downfield.
Yards doesn't matter. So, like, this was immediately. No, this is on the next play. Excuse me, or on a later play. This was a big touchdown that Jordan Ta'amu threw that was called back on penalty. Let's see what happened when he gets a chance to run it back.
When the ball was released.
First penalty of the game.
Caught it on the 25 or so, by the way, guys.
This is way inside the 10-yard line. NFL experience with Arizona, with Raiders.
This felt like one of the biggest W's, especially in a period not named the first period of our entire game. Excuse me. They get down to like the 4 or the 5 or something like this, and we keep it to a field goal. Still a 4-point deficit with us.
22-yarder.
We'll start low with the flat, see if it comes open. It doesn't.
stop the rushing game. This was so bad. 97 was just going so fast this way, and then nothing on the other side. Jordan Ta'amu said he was, he was ticked off, right? He's what he feels like snubbed of the MVP kind of consolidation right there. Bryce Perkins wins it for the regular season and whatnot, regular season beyond, question mark, right? Jordan Ta'amu played every single game for the DC Defenders all the way through until the very end, until whichever, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, came in and played backup for once DC had already had secured their playoff spot, right? Excuse me. Bryce Perkins obviously only started 6 games and only completed 4 of those, right? Split either was injured or split carries split starts. Excuse me, split snaps. My God, I can't talk. With Danny Etling.
Because you see the offense we're playing behind.
Was brought down. 2nd and 1.
We're good. Ready, to go.
Something else. We did a better job against the run.
Right into the end zone. Deion Jackson.
This was kind of the beginning of the end. I'm not going to lie to you. And at 90 seconds left, you're thinking, okay, down 13-29, down 16 points. If we get a tutty here, and they're getting the ball back, right? DC won the toss, so they elected to kick to begin with to get the ball at the beginning of the second half. So you're thinking, okay, 16, 17 points, something like this. That's a 8-point score right here, completely still within the realm of possibility.
DC Defenders are rolling in.
Reggie Barlow.
Cuts back, and he's diving for the plays like zone and gets it.
They got the 2 right there, so down by, what is that, down by 18. We get it.
Make plays downfield. Malik Turner. Bryce is going to leave the pound. Catch and run last week.
76 yards.
Long time in the...
But, well...
On first down, he's going to take a shot. Right into the hands of Ty Scott.
Right in the
Can you believe this UFL Championship game?
Braylon Payne we were gonna have problems with the deep ball. That is, I think, 21 points.
Punch back and forth.
18 points.
Jordan to Ty Scott.
And I was watching the sports book, and you just felt like the vibe just go all the way back down for anybody who's
73 yards.
I'll just rip the Band-Aid off here. We do not go forth and score within that last right here.
Yards downfield. That's on the money.
McCrane made from 20.
Cushion. The safety, but has not been in this defense long. He's in the wrong coverage. 5
from 22 earlier. This from 38.
It looks like they're going to maybe drop to
every time Danny Etling gets on the screen,
one high zone, so we're working the go side. He's got 2 guys on the wing.
Looks like a little bit of
Perkins on 3rd and 7. Downfield, and it's intercepted.
Every single time Danny Etling
gets on the screen. Thomas on the return. Keandre Thomas with the interception.
This was actually the end. We keep him to a field goal coming out there is 21 points. It feels like, okay, again, we get a score here. Put 8 on the board because Nolan never, only goes for more than 1 point when we absolutely need it, right? Excuse me. So get 8. Cut that back down. You know what I'm saying? Take it to 13 right here. A regular 7-point touchdown and 2 field goals, something like this. Throws the interception. Surely the beginning of the end.
Yes.
Now
Devin
we're gonna watch
with the catch. So
we're gonna watch from here all the way out because of the absolute masterclass that Mike Nolan puts on here. Obviously ripping the Band-Aid off with we're not going to come back here, but so the previous play is a touchdown. Yeah, here. You know what?
Turner turns the corner, then spins his way into the end zone. We'll check on the flag. Kept the play alive. Panthers.
This is a touchdown.
Yes. UFL, you can have 8 and 9-point possessions.
Mike Nolan
and now hitting him in stride is Cole Hikatani with the reception. Perkins to Hikatani.
4th and 12, you can do it unlimited here. Apparently, I thought he was looking for the last 5 minutes of the second half.
And Perkins gets it complete to Malik Turner again. Turner's having an outstanding championship. leg has Potter.
So, BP Potter, 49 yards. Love it, right? This is we were having some issues with that earlier. Now,
he puts it through.
Another crucial part of this game. We were down by 18. That's 2 scores within the UFL, right? Touchdown, 3-point conversion, 4th and 12, touchdown, 3-point conversion, tie ball game. Plenty of time left right here, and we have 3 timeouts and our challenge, I might add, to try if we do have to give the ball back, right? Excuse me. Feels like another
So Michigan,
but
looking up,
unfortunately,
making sorts of left and down, and then they, of course, will go for it again.
This was the 3rd, 4th, and 12 attempts. Not going to happen.
4th down, Roland turns upfield. Roland's got more than just
so good against the run so far. That was the end.
Another 50 points. Roland, 4th and 12 by Robers. It's a
We'll give Shannon Harris the Gatorade bath with like 100 seconds left in the game. I'm always against. I'm always against people celebrating early. Whatever. It is what it is. Yes, there was. I don't even believe. I mean, yeah, was that 24 points? I mean, that's 3 scores, right? That's a kickoff return that hasn't obviously happened. It doesn't matter. If this was like, single-digit seconds, I get it. If they are kneeling with possession, kneeling the ball, yada yada stuff like this, I get it. Off the score with them giving the ball back with 24 points, it is what it is. That's even like college and NFL. That's that's. Well, they don't have the 4th and 12 rules, so it's not really possible. It doesn't matter. Oh, well, let's take a look at some of the stats here. Both quarterbacks, honestly, having an absolute game. 4th touchdowns thrown from both of them. Both breaking 300 mark. Jordan Ta'amu putting up 390. Bryce Perkins putting up 338. Did throw that interception right here, and the completion ratio not anywhere near as good. But both completed 21, but one of them for 28, one of them for 35. 156 rating there for Jordan Ta'amu. Got to give it to him. Not saying anything like that. And all of these averages look good. Even Jordan Ta'amu, who'd have guessed it? Who'd have guessed that I'd be out here saying this? 4 touchdowns on the ground as well. Deion Jackson absolutely tearing it up. Even Abram Smith coming back to make me eat my words. There's some solid running over here, but at the end of the day, solid run, from Nate McCreary. But at the end of the day, you get behind by this many points, you just have to throw the ball. Malik Turner, MVP of our squad, definitely. Sayosi got targeted so freaking much here, man. Nothing going down. Less than 50% catch rate right there. Devin Ross drops one. Cole Hikatini drops a couple. I thought Cole Hikatini was one of them, but 3 touchdowns right there. Definitely the standout. Briley Moore, Cornell Powell, Ty Scott, Jaden Mickens, everybody over here. I'm surprised Chris Rowland didn't bring one down. I think I put money. No, I put money on Cornell Powell for the props, and that did end up hitting, which is nice. Going over, take a look at the defense. These should be some of the worst stats up here. There's only, no interceptions for us, no tackled for losses, only the 1 sack right here. Half sack between Ron Stone Jr., and Taylor Stallworth. They do just, this was the Kai Nakua, Donovan Newton show. Where's Speaks? Yeah, Breland Speaks only getting involved in a single freaking defensive play. I have no idea why Bryce Perkins is over here on the defense. I don't know why these last 4 players are over here on the defense. Well, Xavier Malone was to kickoffs, or maybe there's a turnover and he turned into a defensive player or something like that. Not 100% sure. DJ Miller did break up a couple passes, but this is not a I'm surprised Noah Dawkins, Arnold Sharpley aren't a little bit farther up here. No excuses, dude. Both teams' defenses played like absolute dog crap, and I think this final score shows. Not that I wanted this to be like some 13-10 slug out, a 13-3 slug out, or anything else like this. Just like that long, slow dredge. But still, it sucks to see a defense that like ours that had been doing so well for so long come forth and honestly just completely crap the bed here in the championship. It is what it is. Let's move on along here. What are we looking at? About 15 minutes. Yeah, that's fair. Postseason team news, yes. The Panthers hosting a youth training camp. Gotta love to see that, kind of getting involved right here. Now, folks, we were actually, you know what? Let me see if I can get this. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can get this graphic. This should not take too long. Here we go. And I can open link. Bang, there you go. That is screen grabbing this. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Just making sure. So this was after the regular season. We are the only team, right, that that put up positive change, right, from last year. Yeah, and not just positive change. Like we talk about statistically significant, right? The minus 1.3% there in Arlington. I don't deem that statistically significant. I'd even give the DC minus 7.9, given the amount of events that were happening there. Not really statistically significant. Birmingham being the place of the back-to-back-to-back with double-digit 13 right there. St. Louis right there. Maybe San Antonio a little bit, but both Houston and Memphis moved these teams ASAP. Memphis especially, absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful. Houston, Texas, state of football, right? Absolutely shameful, especially the numbers they put up last year. We increased by 43.6%. Is that the Jake Bates effect? You tell me. But also just getting people to attend these games.
Were it so easy.
Were it so easy. Let's make this small again. Bring this on over. Yeah, so youth training camp. And yes, obviously the DC Defenders and the Michigan Panthers were going to be the last to announce all of these and players getting NFL looks. Well, it has begun. Gunnar, this was tweeted yesterday. James Larson, hat tip, James Larson. Gunnar Oaks, who, and honestly, he nails it right here. Yes, a good pass catcher. And again, Bryce Perkins, Danny Etling even used our tight ends as those pressure release valves. If that's on your Tugboat bingo card, well, there you go. Pressure release valve. Or Tugboat referring to tight ends as pressure release valves. There you go. Mark that card off. But it's true. It's 100% true. Sometimes the receivers would have problems getting open in the middle part of the field, or in the mid-range, right? That 12, 15 to 20 yard range or whatever else like that, especially when they didn't get breakaway coverage, right? And especially in the middle part of the field. Outsides were pretty good, but tight ends dominated that area and allowed for a lot of third down conversions, a lot of big pickups when it needed to, a lot of just simply get closer to field goal attempts for BT Potter. But regardless, unsurprised that Gunnar Oaks gets it here. I'm not exactly sure how old Cole Hicatini is, but I'd love to see that too as another mix of great pass catching as well as run blockers and block and pass rushers and stuff like this, right? Any hoodles. Really, I overall, let's just zoom out here a little bit, right? Overall, I'm very, very happy for our season. This is not sour grapes again, but I'm feel like this team was very, very banged up. Our defense played like crap here. We had a lot of injuries. Losing Frank Ginda was brutal. Getting Breland Speaks back, but whether he was not at 100% or just maybe kind of lost that little bit of that edge, pun intended. I'm not really 100% sure. We did not see Breland Speaks take over and be the same, all UFL Defensive Player of the Year like we saw last year. Frank Ginda losing was brutal, but Noah Dawkins for a while, Kenny Willekes, excuse me, and then other positions, Arnold Tarpley and DJ Miller and stuff like this. So, they picked up the slack right there, 100%, but just did not get it done here in the in the championship. And then once you get down to a team like Jordan Ta'amu, they can just air it out whenever they want to. It seems that was our biggest single problem across the season. I'd say is our problems with the deep passes, and not just deep passes okay, they catch it, they get 25 yards or something like this, but the deep passes and then breakaway for the touchdown or to take it to the 5-yard line and stuff like that we saw in this game. It is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. I'm very, very happy with number 2. I'm happy with the USFL Conference Championship. I'm happy with beating and keeping the Birmingham Stallions out of the playoffs right there. And I'm real damn happy with this season overall, man. Seriously. I'll definitely be doing this next year again. We'll have some off-season content, right? Some off-season content as well as TMAI. Tell me about it, right? We'll be doing a football talk show on Tuesdays with Arik Tay, True and other UFM folks who will be coming in on there. Follow the UFM, the United Football Media Group, over there on your socials, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. I'm not sure if we actually have a Facebook. Follow me, FBI_tugboat. If you're not interested in gambling talk, because I am going to talk about that just a little bit. This is so funny, bro. Honestly, so funny. I didn't take a total. I just took the single bet. Michigan -3. Coming into this week, 16, 15, and 1. Michigan, obviously. Lost the -3, which would put me at dead even dead even. Couldn't get more 50-50 if I tried. 16, 16, and 1, people. 16, 16, and 1. Once you count the VIG, you're technically losing money with me. I guess the only way, actually, with, the only way that, actually, no, because I'm not 100% sure, because there were money line hits in there that were like, I'm definitely not going to go through and like calculate it out. But given like the minus 110s and the sides for ATS and totals and stuff like this, like if you just go 50-50 all the way down, then you will lose 10% of your cash, right? But I did get some good money line plays in some of those, specifically Michigan at plus 135, I believe, in the USFL Conference Champions. So I'm not exactly sure how that go out. Doesn't really matter. We didn't take massive money. I put it at like the max was like plus 140 or plus 135 or something like that on one side, and then minus 125 on the other side. Because anything beyond that is just like, is it like really a hit, right? I can't remember if there was anything on an MGM or Caesars that was worse than 120 though when it came to ATS and totals and stuff. Any hoodles, 16, 16, and 1. If it was 17, 16, and 1, that'd feel a little bit better and like maybe getting a little bit of that juice back. But ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, folks. FBI Tugboat, FBI_Tugboat, literally everywhere. Follow, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want, no big deal. And as for me,
I'll catch you on the flip side.